Good morning from Montgomery Bell State Park. It's located just outside of Dixon, Tennessee, which is just west of Nashville, Tennessee. Behind me is the Spillway, which is located at one of 3 lakes here at the state park. There's so much to do here. There is a lodge and restaurant. There is backcountry hiking, mountain biking, backcountry camping, which is what I did last night. There's a huge campground, so much to do and explore, great history here. So I'll show you all around the park today. We're gonna have a great time. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. We're gonna begin, as we do each week, with natural beauty and wildlife. And while the park seemed pretty average when you're going through the regular roads and main part of the park, once you get in the backcountry, you're going to see some really pretty things like natural springs and waterfalls, deer running around and playing all throughout the woods. You're going to see mountain streams, and it gets really peaceful, really pretty. And so for natural beauty and wildlife, I'm giving this category a 7 out of 10. Our next category is campsite layouts. Now, I camped in the backcountry. It's about a 2-mile hike to this mountain stream and the shelter. And as you can see, it had a grill and fire pit there. Underneath the shelter, I just pitched my tent right there. It is flat and covered. Super fun waking up to the bubbling brook. Here at the main campsite, you can see it is flat and open. It is paved. You have your normal campground amenities like your grill and fire pit and electrical hookups and water and all of that. But one really cool thing is one side of the campground backs up to this beautiful stream. So if you can, try and get one of those campsites. And I'm going to give this category an 8 out of 10. As always, activities counts for 20 points, and there's plenty of things to do at the park, from backcountry hiking to finding a little quiet place to read a book. At the main campground, you're going to see things like this volleyball pit, open fields for running and playing soccer or frisbee. This playground was very new and super nice. The walking trails were kind of padded with that rubberized material, so very easy to go on some walks. There was also a beautiful chapel, and they have services every Sunday, which of course I love, and it's open throughout the week to visit, which was great too. And I guess I just caught it at the exact right time because the stained glass facing the south was just absolutely beautiful, and I couldn't help myself. I had to play a little hymn on the piano there, and it was really cool. And so getting around the park is pretty easy. Now, there was a giant race happening when I was there, and I couldn't actually get to the lodge. And so the lodge is there on the lake, and there's a restaurant there. And so I hate that I couldn't see it for the review, but that is available. Then throughout the park, you're also going to find your normal day activities. And so I'm going to give this category a 13 out of 20. The next category is bathrooms. While the bathrooms at the Welcome Center were great, the ones at the campgrounds were very lacking. They were very old and dirty, and it just wasn't very good. They were functioning, which was good, and there was laundry there on site, but sadly for this category, I'm going to have to give it a 2 out of 10. Driving in the park is easy and beautiful. You're also close to Dixon, Tennessee, and Interstate 40, just outside of Nashville. So I'm going to give drivability an 8 out of 10.
I arrived at 4:30. I thought the park office closed at 5, but it actually closed at 4. They were locking up, and I ran up to a park ranger and I said, "I'm backcountry camping. I need my stuff. Need all my credentials to get back there." And he said, "Oh man, you barely made it." And let me just give a shout out to the staff here. They were amazing. They let me in, and the lady behind the desk and the ranger, they got me all my paperwork and my parking pass and everything I needed and told me where to go.
While the Welcome Center has some of the things you might need, Dixon is just down the road, so for nearby amenities, it gets a 6 out of 10. While the main part of the park is very average, once you get outside of the park, you're going to see some cool stuff. And so for uniqueness, it gets a 5 out of 10. While the campground is very average with cost, the backcountry is super affordable because it's the same price if one person reserves it or a bunch. And so for this category, it gets an 8 out of 10. Montgomery Bell State Park gets a 67 out of 100, and if you live in Middle Tennessee, I would highly recommend visiting.
Hey, thank you so much for watching today's video. If you want to see more about this Tennessee State Park, then click on the link that's popping up right now for my deep dive, where I go into a lot more about all that the park has to offer. And please like and subscribe so you don't miss a single state park video as we visit all 57 here in the state of Tennessee. God bless you, and remember, God's creation is meant to be explored.